Welcome class 8. Today we will learn about pressure exerted by liquids. So let's say that there is an empty vessel, empty container in which some amount of liquid is filled in, and let's say that the cross section area of this container or of the liquid is A, and the height of the liquid from the surface up to the bottom, this one is H. So we can say that the volume of the liquid is equal to cross section area multiplied with the height, that will be equal to AH. And we also assume that the density of this liquid is D. So if the density is D, then we know that mass is equal to volume multiplied with the density. Volume into density gives mass, or we can say that mass divided by density is equal to volume, or we can say the density is equal to mass per unit volume. So when you multiply volume with density, you will get the mass of the liquid. Now we have got the mass, then we can say that the weight of this liquid acting downwards will be equal to its mass multiplied with the factor named g, so that your weight becomes, the weight of the liquid becomes AHDG, and this g is actually called the acceleration due to gravity, which you will learn about this in class 9. So we can say that g is the factor because of which the gravity works on any mass of a body, and that creates the force or the weight of any given body. So here the weight of the liquid, or we can say the force of the liquid by which the earth pulls the liquid downwards, is its mass multiplied with the factor g. So here we can say that the pressure exerted by the liquid, the formula for pressure is equal to force by area. Now force is the weight of the body of the liquid out here, that is AHDG, that is the force, and area is A. So AHDG divided by A, where A and A cancels, you will get HDG as the pressure exerted by the liquid. So the pressure exerted by this liquid in the downward direction is equal to HDG. So here, since we can see that pressure is equal to HDG, that means the pressure exerted by the liquid column depends on its height, also depends on its density, and that means if it depends on the height, then at a particular point, at a particular level, let's say at this point where the height of the liquid column remains the same, at that particular level the pressure exerted by the liquid remains the same. So a liquid also exerts equally in pressure equally in all directions. So if the pressure depends on the height, here we can demonstrate by taking a container with holes made at three different levels, and if it is filled with liquid, then we will notice that at at this point where the height or the depth, we can say, from this point, from the surface up to this point, is only this much, so the pressure becomes low. So when you reach at the middle point out here, this point is from the surface, it has a more height, you know compared to this point, so it has more pressure. So it, from here, the water is, it comes out with high pressure. And at the bottom where the point lies, at this point the height increases from the surface. Up to this point the height increases, and we can say it's the maximum height compared to all these 3 points. Then at this point the pressure is very high, so it's the highest point, and here it's the medium pressure, here it's the low pressure. So at different heights we'll get different pressure in the liquid, and from here, from this experiment, we can demonstrate that the pressure exerted by the liquid depends on its height. Also, if we have a bottle filled with a liquid, and at a same label, if we puncture the bottle and we make holes, then we'll see that with equal pressure the liquid comes out, okay, with equal amount of pressure. This means that at a certain height, at the same height, the at different points the pressure exerted by the liquid remains the same.